always said that Cannonball Latin brought the gospel into jazz. And Hank Crawford brought the blues into jazz. That's how I interpret myself. And I try to emulate that for me, that, putting these two together, presenting Jessie Jones Jr. with that type of way.
And that's very interesting. I know a lot of alto players and people in general, Cannonball Adderley, you talk about the gospel, jazz, and stuff like that. And I know how important it is, that vocal aspect of the gospel and singing these things. And we heard you pick up that microphone and started scatting your life away. And we heard you up in the higher register, and very, very impressive. So my question to you is, how long did it take you to develop that? And how important is maybe the things that you sing as important as they translate on your horn? How much of that is similar, or is it two completely different sides that you tap into?
Actually, I'm not a singer.
Do y'all think Jessie Jones Jr. ain't a singer? I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of singers that can't do what you just did now.
I'm not a singer. But when I was coming up, I practiced not with my horn, basically, but with my voice imitating the notes. You can hear someone play, I love you more than I would say. I would say, do 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 do. And then I hear some back in those days, the albums. I hear the thing, do 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 do. So I imitate it, do 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 do. That's how basically I came up learning, and then applying it to the horn. And by listening to vocalists that did a lot of scatting, Ella Fitzgerald, Clark Terry, who I had the pleasure of performing with Clark Terry. As a matter of fact, it's at the old zoo downtown, south. What was it? Metro Zoo. We did a concert out there together a while back. But I listened to him scatting. And so I just tried to imitate him. And then all of a sudden, I was saying, when they played the high note, I said, I tried to imitate the high pitch voice part. And I kept going around, and so it just happened.
Something you naturally know what happened. It just happened.
It just happened.
Wow. So, and I think everybody, did y'all enjoy that aspect of it? Yeah. Make some noise for that. Because sometimes we may have a habit or something that we do when we're listening to music on our own. Musicians in the house may know this, but sometimes it may be hard to come out and do it in front of people. So when did you take that from me just listening to these records and imitating anything I heard to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this on stage in front of some people and see how they take it?
I tried that. It didn't work. So I just went and did my thing. I just did Jessie Jones Jr. thing. Act like if I was home in front of the family. And it's amazing what you can come up with because actually I'm a very shy person. I'm not a conversationalist at all. I do my conversations through this one here, through this instrument. But what was the question?
The question.
A little strong, at 80 years old, you can't go too far. Break it up a little bit.
In case I didn't know, Jessie Jones Jr. is also a comedian. So if you didn't know, now you know. The question was, when did you first, of course, with your singing or scatting ability, that's just you doing Jessie Jones Jr. at home. When was that first time that you decided you were just going to do it in front of people? And how was that experience for you?
It just came upon me. I remember the first time I ever played my horn in front of the public. I was in the 6th grade. And believe me, I played old and Zion. And my knees were shaking so bad, I was so scared, I hardly got up through it. And after that, I learned how to, watching other musicians, you know, they come on the stage and back there at home, you know, just do their thing. I said, wow, I can't be scared about this kind of stuff. Because this is me, I want you. My thing is, right now, music is ministry. So I tend to play it that way. I have a message, and I do it the best I can to make you feel at home or family, which is important to me, because when I'm playing and I see you doing this or doing this, I know that you understand what I'm saying, or you appreciate what I'm saying. And that's important to me. I don't just get up and just play, just show off. I mean, I do what I do, and that's it. And if you like it, okay. If you don't like it, hit the road, Jimmy. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But I'm all about, you know, pleasing, ministering to my instrument.
I love that. And I think a lot of that has left in certain players and losing sight of how these people here that are sharing space with us feel. And you mentioned you want to see people vibing and them enjoying what you're playing. So ultimately, at the end of the day, if Jessie Jones Jr. could have everyone in his pocket, how would you hope people feel after leaving a Jessie Jones Jr. concert or on a night like this? How would you want them to leave?
A renewal of the mind. As far as the music, as far as jazz goes. Being educated by renewing the mind jazz into the jazz field. And not only jazz field, because it could be rhythm and blues. And that I play a blues song. It could be that. I just want to like renew our mind where we can get inside of me, inside of my brain, where I'm coming from as a true humanitarian, as a true person, which is important to me. Because my thing is, I love everybody. And that's how you gotta be. If you love, you're in my books. I don't care who it is. Love is the most important thing. Through your music, it's got to come out as love. You got to love me, because I'm loving you. I'm giving you love. It's the best I can. So, that's what it's about. This music is about love that we interact with God. Little girls, little boys, men, women, even animals. You know, sometimes when I'm practicing at home, my dog tries to practice with me. Come on, man, come on. You're disturbing me. No, Jessie, I want to play this. I don't know if you like it or not. He never told me. So
we can definitely see the love and the humanitarian through that sound, can we not? Yes. This way y'all clap a lot, right quick. This way y'all put your hands together. So, being that you mentioned, because not everyone here is everyone a musician in the audience? No, right? Yes? No? If you're a musician, you can raise your hand. Okay, so not everyone is a musician. So you talked about different music that influences you and things like that. But aside from music, because again, you speak about so many things that are connected, how much your person is connected to how you play and how you give that out to the audience. What else has influenced maybe your person, which is correlated to your music? What else has influenced you outside of just music? Maybe it's art, maybe it's dance. I don't know. What else?
The number one is God. And number two is my wife.
Oh,
We've been married for 31 years, and she's always supported me, even when I'm out of the country. I might be in Israel, Germany, Russia. Everywhere I go, she supports me because she knows that when I come home, I'm home. You know, I don't deviate, and she don't deviate. So I was very lucky that God sent her in my life. You know, so that's she's my one and all. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how I met my wife. I retired from the criminal justice department about 13 years ago. I was a bailiff. And although I was a bailiff, I was traveling all over the world because the judges that I worked for, they know that I was a musician, right? So I said, don't worry, Jesse, we got your back. Nobody will know about it. So I would go to Germany, I would go to stay a week, I would go to Russia, stay 2 weeks, I would go to Rome. And this one day we had a jury trial. And this young lady was on my jury. And I took a liking to her. I always teased her. She said, yeah, you was looking at me. I said, no, I wasn't. And I teased her. I said, no, you was over there doing like one of these numbers. I said, no, I wasn't. So that's how I met my wife in the jury. But she found out I was a musician. And I played at the family reunion. Finally, I got on my knees. Couldn't get up hardly, but that's what happened.
That's amazing. Behind every great man is a great woman, right?
Oh, you're right. But you know, I through my life, I'm very satisfied and happy with where my life is going. I would do everything just the same. Because I went through some hard times way back in the day. And I was able to come up and perform, produce a CD or make a CD. My first CD. In fact, you want to see my CD? My first CD? Would y'all like to see my first CD?
Yeah.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Lord. All right, by golly, let's see here. My first CD was called Soul Serenade. And you remember Dr. Lonnie Smith?
Yeah.
He was in my first CD. This was back in 19... My second CD was entitled Father of Scat Hop. So I did a lot of scatting on this. This was done back in 2006, I believe. My last CD was entitled The Solent Collection, which my brother was on. Melton Mustafa CD. And I am selling them for $50 a piece so I can get back I'm very, very lucky coming up. Very lucky coming up. Any questions? Any questions? Anybody ask me anything? Okay, thank you.
Jesse, you know what I think we should do, Jesse? I think now that you guys know a little bit more about him, how many of you guys would like to hear a little bit more?
Yes.
I think they want to hear more. Let's make some noise if you want to hear a little bit more about his music. So I'm gonna let you play along with Brother Matt Wigler here. And while he is playing and with everything that you guys do know, think about some questions that you may want to ask Mr. Jones, and we'll come back and
I don't know any questions like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to invite back up Mr. Matt Wigler. All right, Mikailo, what we got too? Mr. Mikailo Kasha, make some noise again, of course, Mr. Jessie Jones Jr.
in Georgia. I say in Georgia. I say in Miami.
For Mr. Mikailo Kasha, Mr. Melton. That was amazing. And we're going to open it up, and we have time for maybe one or two audience questions, depending on how long the answers are for this question. So feel free if you would like to ask a question to Mr. Jones. Now would be the time. Does anybody have any burning questions based on what you've heard, what you know about? Okay, great. Yeah. All over here. I'll come and get the microphone.
I knew it just the way he was looking at me. I knew you. No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was ever a time maybe you stopped playing or had like a disinterest in playing, like music.
And would you believe? Yes. Yes. At one time in my life, I wanted to learn so bad. I wanted to be up here in music when I was coming up, right? And one day, I was practicing, I can't remember what it was. They didn't come together. So believe it or not, I took my saxophone, and I beat it against the door. I tore it up. I stepped on it. This is a true story. About 3 months later, I realized that that wasn't me. And I bought another saxophone. I never had that thought in my mind again. From there on, that's the and it was a tragedy. You should have seen my parents. I think they did. But that's what. Any other questions?
I think we have time for one more, right? Oh, yeah, no more. Please don't be shy, y'all. It's open. It's, as Mr. Jones said, it's all love in here. We're all together. So please don't be shy.
What's your favorite tune that you play, Jessie?
My favorite tune is everything I play. I'll tell you the reason why. Because everything I play, I put into it. Put everything I got into it. Whatever I play is my favorite one because I'm going to give you everything I got.
Love that. It's beautiful. It's a great question, by the way. Anybody else in the audience got a question for Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones, what are some words of wisdom that you would share with someone who's just coming up and wanting to play saxophone like yourself? What's the best piece of advice that you have for them that you can part from?
Other than practice, have faith in yourself and love yourself. Love what you have and the man above will help you to be true to what you want. Okay? Be true to yourself, love yourself first. And then from that, you grow. It's just like water before home. If you do it right, you have patience, which is very important. Patience. Because they want to be musicians.
It's a great answer. Great question as well. How about it one more time for Mr. Jessie Jones Jr.